Utility Analysis Part 3. Miser. In the case of miser, every additional rupee gives him more and more satisfaction. Marginal utility of money tends to increase with an increase in his stock of money. However, this situation ignores the assumption of rationality. Third, addictions. It is observed in case of a drunkard that the level of intoxication increases with every additional unit of liquor consumed. So MU received by drunkard may increase. Actually, it is only an illusion. This condition is similar to almost all addictions. However, this violates the assumption of rationality. Fourth, power. This is an exception to the law because when a person acquires power, his lust for power increases. He desires to have more and more of it. However, this again violates the rationality assumption. Fifth, money. It is said that the MU of money never becomes zero. It increases when the stock of money increases. This is because money is a medium of exchange which is used to satisfy various wants. However, according to some economists, this law is applicable to money too. For example, marginal utility of money is more to a poor person than to a rich person. However, these exceptions are only apparent since they violate some or the other assumptions of the law, and hence they are not real exceptions. Criticisms of the law. The law of diminishing marginal utility is criticized on the following grounds. First, unrealistic assumptions. The law of diminishing marginal utility is based upon various assumptions like homogeneity, continuity, constancy, rationality, etc. But in reality, it is difficult to fulfill all these conditions at a point of time. Second, cardinal measurement. The law assumes that utility can be expressed cardinally, so it can be added, compared, and presented through a schedule. In reality, cardinal measurement of utility is not possible because utility is a psychological concept. Third, indivisible goods. The law is not applicable to indivisible and bulky goods like refrigerator, car, TV sets, etc., which are normally purchased in single unit at a time. Fourth, constant marginal utility of money. The law assumes that MU of each unit of money remains constant. However, critics argue that MU of money differs from person to person. It is influenced by change in prices, stock of money, etc. Fifth, a single want. The law is restricted to the satisfaction of a single want at a point of time. However, in reality, a man has to satisfy many wants at a point of time. Significance of the law. In spite of the criticisms, the law of diminishing marginal utility is a very popular and an important law in economics because of its universal application. First, usefulness to the consumers. This law creates awareness among the consumers to obtain maximum utility from the limited resources. It is necessary to diversify the consumption. Second, useful to the government. The law is useful to the government in framing various policies such as progressive tax policy, trade policy, pricing policy, etc. Third, basis of paradox of values. The law of diminishing marginal utility helps us to understand the paradox of values. It includes goods that have more value in use and zero or less value in exchange, such as air, water, sunshine, etc., as well as goods that have more value in exchange and less value in use, such as gold, diamonds, etc. Fourth, basis of law of demand. The law of demand is based on the law of diminishing marginal utility. According to the law of demand, the quantity demanded of a good rises with a fall in price and falls with an increase in price. When a consumer purchases more and more units of a good, its marginal utility steadily declines. Hence, he would buy additional units of a commodity only at a lower price. Relationship between marginal utility and price. Let us discuss the relationship between marginal utility and price in order to understand how the law of diminishing marginal utility forms the basis of law of demand. It is a perfect example of practical application of the law of diminishing marginal utility, DMU. To understand the relation, it is essential to convert marginal utility in terms of money so that it can be compared with market price. Let us assume 1 unit of marginal utility is 10 rupees. Market price per unit of X is rupees 50. Table 2.3. Table 2.3 explains the relationship between marginal utility and price. The table shows that a consumer starts buying units of commodity X for his consumption, one after the other. Marginal utility which is added to his stock goes on diminishing with every further unit consumed. When MU is converted in terms of money, one can easily compare it with market price, which is shown in the column 5 of the table 2.3. For the first 3 units consumed, it is found that the marginal utility in terms of money is greater than the price paid. A rational consumer will willingly buy these units since the benefit derived is more than price paid. At the 4th unit, marginal utility and price become equal, so the consumer can also think of buying the 4th unit. In the case of 5th and 6th unit, marginal utility derived is less than the market price paid. A rational consumer will not buy further once the equality between marginal utility and price is established. From the given table 2.3, following inferences can be made with reference to marginal utility and price. First, units which a consumer willingly buys because MU is greater than price are called intra-marginal units. Second, units at which MU becomes equal with market price is marginal unit. Third, units which a rational consumer is not willing to buy and consume where he has to pay more than MU are called extra-marginal units. Thus, a rational consumer attains equilibrium where MU is Px. This relationship between marginal utility and price paved way for law of demand.